Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Ellumacent Art. I'm Scott and hope you're all having a wonderful day. So this is going to be kind of a special video for me because I love this box so much and it's really unique. I don't think there's anything else like it. And what box am I talking about? This one right here. And now I'm calling this like my Grimoire, or if you don't know what a Grimoire is, it's like a spell tome book. And I thought this would fit in really well in a TCG because it has a unique feature to it. Now you'd think, oh, it's just a normal book. What does it mean? Well, if I actually unpeg it and open it up, voila, the actual cards themselves actually are the pages of the book, which is a really cool and fun and unique thing. And with that said, I think my box idea is so unique that I wanted to share this with you guys so you can actually make this yourselves. And that being said, I will be uploading my templates for making this to the Homeforge Games community Facebook page. You're welcome to download them. But remember, if you do download them or any of my templates, please give me credit because I take the time and the effort, and also these are my ideas that I am sharing for you guys. So that said, let's just take a quick look. So this can actually hold up to about, I think I remember, about 12 cards. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, and if you didn't want to have a card at the back, you could just slot this out and put a booklet in there. If you have a Game Crafter booklet, it does fit. And another thing is, guys, the cards do not fall out, which is another reason I love this so much. I'm thinking of making a lot of special edition booster packs like this for my game in January, because I've got a big update on the way, but there'll be more about that in January. So we're going to close this back up now. Now I closed it back, we're just going to take a quick look. So I've got the front of my book, which I love so much. I love the Grimoire effect. And if you look closely, there is actually texture detailing in there, like around the actual gem, which shows my beautiful ebony in all her glory. And we take a look at the back, we've got my logo there, and we've also got my colour version of the Homeforge Games community logo. I'm the blue one, Anna is the purple one, and Colin is the yellow one. That is how to indicate the leaders. And then we've got welcome to the enchanted world of Ellumacent. A little bit of a bio there, 15 plus, because that's the age requirement to play my game. And then there is the 2 social links right there, and my copyrights. And then another cool thing, and I absolutely love this, is the actual sort of spine of the book. I love the detail I managed to get picked out with the crystals and everything. And the cool thing is, if you had a series of these all in different colours, they look really nice as a book collection. And another thing you could do is add like a bit of weathering as well to make it look like an ancient tome of book. A lot of things you could do with this template to make it really unique and really cool. But that is what I've got, and that is what I'm going to show you how to make today. So we're going to put this beautiful masterpiece over to the side, and I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to need to make one of these for yourselves. Now obviously you're going to need to download my templates, and therefore you're going to need to have a software you can open them up in and edit them with artwork. Now I use Photoshop, that is usually the go-to for everybody, so that is what I recommend. Next thing you're going to need a ruler, help with the folding, 2 pairs of scissors, 1 big, 1 small, some tape, 1 piece of nice smooth white cardstock, and last but not least, a nice piece of your choice of gloss or matte or whatever type of photo paper you want to go with. I'm going for my favourite from my video I did the other day where I talked about the cardstocks and what cardstocks I recommend. This is one I love so much because it has that matte finish to it, and that looks perfect for a book, like a leathery look to it. So that is what I recommend. But any type of photo paper will do. It doesn't have to be double-sided because at the end of the day you're only going to be seeing this side of the book. And as I open my Grimoire, let's jump to the computer as I show you how to make one of these Grimoire tome book booster packs for yourself. Let's jump to that computer. So all you need to do is download my template from the Homeforge Games community Facebook page, and there will be a link in the description box below as always. And as I say, guys, if you do use my templates, please give me a shout out and some credit because I do take the time and the effort to measure everything. So when you get your template and you open it up, you're good to go. So before I jump ahead and do all my artwork for my box, I'm just going to talk about where things go. So you'll see this face of the box here. This is the front of your box. This will be your front cover, and this will be the tab that locks everything together. These 2 pieces are the locks as well, where the tab goes through to lock together as well. This is your actual hinges, your actual page folds where your cards will slot into. And this is the back of the box, or the back of your artwork, or the back of your book, or the blurb, whatever you want to call it will go. and there is a nice hinge here as well, nice little book spine where you can put a title or series or a really nice theme little book art as well. So with that said and done, I'm now going to jump ahead and do my artwork, and I'll be back once I'm done. So that's my artwork all done, guys. The reason I pulled my front covers and my back covers on one piece of paper is because I'm going to be doing the pages on a nice smooth piece of card, and that is because when you fold or you use a lot of folds on photo paper, ink will crack. So it's best if you're going to use a lot of folding or something that's going to be folded quite a lot to use a really nice piece of card, and that's what I'm going to be using. So that's why I divided the two templates up, and that's what I'll be uploading to the Homeforge Games community Facebook page as well as these two templates. So you'll get this template for putting your front cover on, as you can see, which is what I've used right here, and the other template I'll upload will be for the pages, which is this one right here. So that'll be the template for the pages I'll upload, and that'll be printed on a separate piece of nice smooth card. So what we're going to do now is print both of these off, and I'll be right back. The print things you're going to need is something, if you're going to be using photo paper like I am, you're going to need a really good quality photo paper settings. So anything like photo paper glossy, stuff like that. I'm going to go for high resolution paper, so that's what I'm going to be using. And I'm going to be doing the exact same for the backs. Even though I'm going to be printing this on really good quality card, I still want to have the same effect. So I'm going to do high resolution print for this as well. And make sure again you got 50 frame on, and then hit print. And I'll be back once these are printed off. Now you should have something that looks a bit like this. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut one of these off, and then I'll be cutting these out. So without further ado, I'll be back once I've cut these out. And that is everything all cut out. So all I need to do is actually get this prepared first. So we're going to get our front and our back cover. We're going to turn this over, and we're just going to use our ruler and the back of our scissors to score. But don't press down too hard because you don't want to rip your actual card, because this just helps with folding. And then we just want to bring this tab front, and the same for this side. And you just probably want to just give this another fold as well for your tab. There we go. We just need to find where our actual back fold is, about here. I'm just going to give that a little pinch, and the same on the front. Just carefully give it a little pinch, And to help with the folding with this, just put this over your finger and then just squidge the two together just to help create the spine of the book. And that is all ready to go. So as you can see, you're going to see how this is going to work out. So we're going to put this off to the side for now. Now the next thing we're going to do is the tab lock. So I'm going to now just fold here. And we're going to grab this to actually help us fold over, because we want to make sure this actually fits through. So then once you do that, just bring the other bit through and then just give it a good squeeze. And then just slide it back off. And we'll get back to this later on. So we just make sure this is all aligned properly. And then one last squeeze. And that's our little lock all done. So now it comes to the tricky part, which is the pages. Now, all we need to do for our pages is create an accordion, but there's a way of doing it. First of all, we want to actually bring this fold over. So the best way to do that is to bring it back on itself. And then use your ruler. And do the exact same on the bottom one, because these will be turned into slots that secure your cards. And now we just flip these back over. And same on this side. And ruler. And that's it. And just make sure you can get as much of this fold crease flat as possible, because the more friction you've got in that gap, the more it's going to hold the cards more securely. There we go. So next we need to do, we're going to know that this page is going to fit on our front cover, and this is going to fit on our back. So what we need to do is actually fold this. We can use a ruler for this. I'm going to fold this forward, and this is going to start our accordion. And ruler, and then bring it back on itself. And then get the ruler. And then back again. And you keep doing this until you reach this one here. And then all we need to do is give this a really good squeeze just to make sure there's enough friction in those folds to hold the cards again. And then we've got our accordion. Now the next thing we need to do is go along two and create little slits in the top and the bottom. So we need to go one and then two. We've got our little scissors now. And all you need to do is follow that crease and snip from bottom to top. And that's it, and go across again, and two. So you go 1, 2. Then 1, 2. Now you need to do the exact same now on this side. So just bring this up to help you out. So you go across, so you go 1, 2. And all we need to do now is just re-coordinate all this just to give that more security for the cards, because those slots are going to be what house the cards, or you slot the cards into, should I say. So we're just recording that all back up now, because those little slits we just made are going to hold the cards and form card slots to form pages. So just going to give us one last good squeeze, and that's now already. So now we grab our front and our back of our book, open it. Now what we want to do is actually get a piece of tape and go all the way from top to bottom on this side and top to bottom on this side, but nothing on the actual spine. And then you want something like that. Then you just unpeel it. So now we'll grab our folds. So this will go on this side, and you want to make sure this just touches where the spine is on the book. like as you can see there. And then you grab our back one and do the same. Back of that goes here, and there we go. So you've got something now that was going to hold and like pages. So all we need to do is fold these down. Another trick is, if you struggle with that, is actually stick one down first and then bring all these down, and then this one automatically stay up. And all you have to do then is bring your front cover up and stick it, and that's it. That's a little trick there. If you struggle with the first way I showed you, that's another way of getting this stuck together. Now this is where the magic's going to start. So we're going to grab our cards. So I've got 2 cards. Now you can put a card in here at the back, and you could put a card at the front. Now this can also hold a booklet, so if you don't want to keep 2 cards, one front, one back, you could take the front one out and put a booklet in there. And as we're going to go wrong now, we're just going to now put other cards in. So you want to start off with 1 card facing this way and slot it in. And then you put another card this way. And once you've got your card in, just fold this next bit down and do the exact same. So back. And I'm going to put another card, 2 cards in this slot right here. And there you go, guys. As you can see, that forms the illusion of pages, and this is going to be great for a theme, especially if you're doing mages. But all we need to do now is close this up. Now there is 2 little tabs here, as you can see, which is what this lock mechanism is attached to. This will hold your back card down. And you just give that a good squidge. And you've got one on the front to help support your front card. Now if you're wondering, do these cards fall out? Nope, they do not. That's another reason I like it, because the cards are very secure in here. And what we're going to do now is close this up and give everything a good squeeze and push the cards back a little bit, just to help sit everything into the spine. And the other cool thing about this is, I don't know how well you can see, but the actual cards look like pages once it's all closed up, and that is a really cool effect right there. Now that would be great as a standalone where you don't want to have a lock mechanism, but I'm going to add the lock mechanism. So we're going to slide this right out, and you remember our little lock that we made earlier, and get a little bit of tape and put it onto the bottom here. Stuck down our actual tab, we now need to stick down our little lock mechanism. Take the tape off, and then we're just going to slot this in first. And then bring this all the way back to about there. Pat down. And there we go. We have our book all done. So that is our book all finished. I'm calling this like the Grimoire book, because that's what it reminds me of, or a tome book. But the really cool thing about this is when you open it all up, you actually end up with a really cool display piece. Now another cool thing that you can do is, now I'm probably going to need my light box to show this. Now if you caught my video yesterday, guys, I showed you how to make your own homemade glow-in-the-dark cards. Now if you missed it, do not worry, I'll put a card right up there. Just click on it and it'll take you to yesterday's video. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to slide out Alistair, and I'm going to take out my glow-in-the-dark Mary-Ann card, slide her in where Alistair used to be, and we're going to now turn all the lights off. So in 3, 2, 1, and there you go. that I absolutely love, especially with it being in this book. It makes the cards look like an actual spell book. Now if all the cards were like this would look so cool, especially again with it being in a book type of box. I really love that idea and I love that combination, so I might actually try that as a special edition. And that is it, guys. But how cool is that for a display piece, especially for a stall or on your desk? And you can turn the cards just like pages in a book, and I think that's a really cool and unique way of displaying and selling your cards, especially as a booster pack. And all you gotta do then is just lock it and you are good to go. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. The only thing I might change is actually print the actual lock on the same type of card that I made the hinges for, just because there's a little bit of wear there. So that'll be the only change I'll do, and I'll update the templates for that. So you'll be printing your actual lock, this bit here, the actual slide piece. That'll be printed on a nice piece of card, just like the pages in here. But other than that, guys, I think that's a really cool way of displaying your cards, and another cool way of actually having a unique thing to your game, because not many booster packs you'll find actually like this. And the cool thing is, if you actually have a whole load of these, you could actually display them like books on a bookshelf, or in a little bookcase that you could create and actually display them in that and have a series of books. So before I go, guys, I thought I'd show you the new pieces I printed out on that special card that I used to print the actual pages on. So we're going to take these ones off carefully, put the new one on, which has been printed on the same card as the pages. Now I'm going to take the old tab slot off, carefully take that off, and now we can take our new one, carefully put this into here and fold this back, fold it back to where the other one used to sit, and there we go. That looks a heck of a lot better. And that's it, guys, that looks a lot better now, and I've already updated the templates as well, so now everything is all ready to go. The templates will be uploaded to the Home Forge Games Community Facebook page, so you can try this out. I really love this book box so much. I'll be using this quite a lot in a lot of my booster packs in the future. But let me know your thoughts, guys, and I'm going to go now, but I thought I'd show you the improvements that makes. I'll show you the back as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.